intelligence. Alert. The enemy. Alert. The enemy has taken our intelligence. He has taken our intelligence. We have taken the enemy intelligence. He's taken our intelligence. Alert. The intelligence. Alert. 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 The enemy has taken our intelligence.